You know, some of us have that beaver child. They're organized, they're detailed, they're precise. I mean, they line up their shoes even when they're little. They want the hangers to go the same way. They actually have a sock drawer that they'll put their socks in. I mean, for the otter kids, they're the ones that have sock rooms, you know. But the beavers are organized and precise. So what do you do when you have that beaver child? Here's a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one is, what's the number one thing that typically they get praised for? Well, it's doing something well. Because, boy, they want to draw everything within the lines. They want to make sure they do everything just right. But the problem is, sometimes that's the only thing they get praised for. So if you have a beaver kid, make sure that you're praising them for just their character and who they are, and for being sensitive to others when you see that, not just for their performance. Another thing with a beaver child that's really important to realize is sometimes they take more time when it comes to preparation. Let me give an example of what I mean. I worked with a lion mom one time that was really busy. She had a beaver child, and she decided, man, we've got to get to practice, and we've got tons of stuff to do. So when you get home, the lion mom said, here's how I'm going to motivate you. And she would take an egg timer and turn it and say, okay, you've got 15 minutes to get that done. Now get your homework done so we can go to practice. Well, let me ask you a question. When you have a beaver child that wants to do everything really well, when you put them under massive time pressure, do they speed up or do they slow down? Well, very often they'll freeze inside, not just slow down. Well, then she would roar into the room, and here's this kid that's barely started her homework, and she would roar at her, and it was just a nightmare. I mean, it was wild kingdom in that home. And when I finally talked to her and said, you know what, the way that this child is fearfully and wonderfully made is they're the kind of kid that can use some more time and use encouragement, not just put that huge time pressure on them. She backed off the egg timer, and things began to change in their relationship. So again, praise that beaver for who they are, not just what they do, but also build in some time so they can do things in a really quality way.